Again guys, welcome back to another video. Today guys, what I'm going to be doing is my championship kit grading. So I'm going to be going through every home kit in the championship and grading it. If you are new to my channel and you do want to subscribe, please do hit the red subscribe button down below. And if you do end up enjoying this video, please do leave a like, as it helps me out a lot. And tell me which is your favourite kit of the championship so far in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's get into the first one. So the first kit is Barnsley's, and a lot of people aren't too keen on Barnsley's, to be honest. So it's a red Puma one. It's got white things going on the sleeve. I do think this white on the sleeve is a bit too big for the sleeves, and then they've got a brick pattern going on as well. I'm not too sure about the brick pattern. It does just look like an image overlaid, but for a Barnsley kit, it don't look too bad. I'm going to give it a B-. Next up is Birmingham City's kit. And Birmingham City's kit is quite a slick one, to be honest. It's got two different shades of blue on it, and it's an Adidas kit. My only sort of criticism, it does look a bit like just a stock Adidas top. But I'm really digging this kit. It's got the white on the collar as well, and I think the sponsor on it doesn't look too bad, to be honest, in my opinion. I think it really fits in well with the kit, and the two shades of blue, as I mentioned, they contrast quite well. And I'm also a fan of the sleeves as well, done nice and simple. So for this one, I'm going to give it a B+. Next up is Blackburn Rovers. They've returned with a deeper shade of blue, wearing a lighter colour last season, but betting company 10Bet has remained as their sponsor, and I really don't like it. I really don't like the sponsor on this kit. It's just black and then white bet on it, and I think it just looks ridiculous. And the patches of colour of the blue and the white aren't really they don't go together very well. And also just on the collar here, it doesn't look too good in my opinion. For this one, it's going to be an F. Brentford seem to be doing everything right so far this season, including their signings, and they also seem to be doing their kits quite well as well. Their home kit, really nice. The Bs are now made by Umbro, and I really do like Umbro kits. Currently wearing my Derby County third kit at the moment for this season, and they've gone for quite a vintage look with quite chunky stripes, but I quite like the look of it. It's quite simple and looks like a Brentford kit to me. The sponsor, it's not a betting company, so that's a bonus, and I think it just fits into the kit right well, and it's just pleasant to look at. And if I was a Brentford fan, I'd definitely buy that kit. For me, it's an A-. Next up is Bristol City. Now there's not too much really wrong with this kit in my opinion, but for me, it's just a bit boring. I was a Bristol City fan myself. I do not think I would purchase this one. They have got the new badge on there, and it just doesn't look quite well. I do like it just doesn't look right in my opinion. I do like the sponsor. That's the only really thing about it. I think the sponsor fits into the shirt well, but it's just quite a bit of boring shirt in my opinion. For me, that's a D. Next up, we have recently relegated Cardiff Cities. This one's made by Adidas, and it's got small lined black dots on it. And I quite like the look of it, to be honest. I really think it fits in well. A lot of people are saying it does look just like an Adidas top out of any Adidas store, but it doesn't to me. I think it really fits in well with the Cardiff City. The Visit Malaysia, it's just a white sponsor. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's got the yellow trimmings down the side as well, underneath the arms. I just think it just looks like a nice kit. For me, that's an A-. Next up, we have recently promoted Charlton Athletic's home kit. A lot of people aren't liking this one, but for me, I quite like it in my opinion. I do like the pinstripes. They don't normally work on a football shirt, but for me, I think it fits in quite well. A good sponsor on there to do with cancer. I think that's a good sponsor to have on a football kit to raise awareness for that and their charity. And I just think it is a nice kit, but the only thing letting it down is the stripes coming down on the shoulder. Not stripes, arrows. And I just think that does let it down. For me, that's a B- that kit. Next up, we have my team Derby County's home kit, and I really do like this kit. A lot of Derby fans weren't too keen on it in the first place, but I think it's grown on me a lot. When I first saw it, I was just about to go into an exam. I opened my phone to turn it off, and I got a notification from Derby County's Twitter. I had a look at it. It was this new kit. It was a video with Richard Keogh in it, I saw. And I just thought, why we got a new zebra kit there, but it's really grown on me. I have actually bought this kit now. Actually on the day it came out. bit. It's grew on me quite quickly, to be honest. I had sometimes really like the zebra pattern on it now. It's just a classic white look, and last year the 32 red sponsor does fit in quite well, and it's another good kit by Umbro. That's an A-star for me. Still, we have another good Adidas kit. It's Fulham's kit this season. It's just a white simple with but if you get closer up you can see the detailing on the shirt. It is quite nice, and the Daffer Bet is a betting sponsor, so that does let it down a little bit, but it still really is a nice kit. That's another A- for me. Still, we have Huddersfield kit, and they did have that whole saga with the sponsor with Paddy Power, the whole big publicity stunt, but they have now released their kit and it has not got a sponsor on at all. It is like a movement from Paddy Power to get sponsors off shirts, and this time Huddersfield will not have a sponsor on their shirt, and I do think it looks quite nice, to be honest. It's just blue and white with stripes. It's got a nice logo on it, it's got a nice badge on it, and it just looks nice to me. That's a C. Still, we have a controversial one, it's Hull City's. So it's made by Umbro, this one, and it's the normal Hull City orange, but they have got tiger claws over it. Matching Hull City's chant, "You're getting mauled by the tigers," that winds them up so fun. Winds opposition fans up quite a lot, but I think that chant's just funny, and how it winds people up so much. It's just that funny. And the graphic of the claw going across the shirt, I really like it, in my opinion. If I was a Hull City fan, I probably would get this shirt. I know a lot of Hull City fans aren't a fan of it, but I know a lot are. And for me, that's a B+. Next up, we have Leeds United, and they have done a kit to mark 100 years of Leeds United. And if you are going to do a kit to mark 100 years, I would do it as your third kit and not as your home kit. But this season, it is 100 years of Leeds United, and they have put it as a home kit with a silver sponsor and silver trimmings around this white top. And for me, for a Leeds United top, Leeds United top should be white, yellow, blue, but this silver for a Leeds United top really lets it down for me. That's a C for me. Still, we have a kit that I'm not a fan of, but particularly. It's a bad one from Puma. It's the Luton Town one. It's got horrible sleeves on it, in my opinion. The orange doesn't match with the white and the blue on it. The wrong shades for Luton Town, in my opinion. And the sponsor, Indigo Residential, it just looks like it's been slapped on there. For me, that kit's an F. So we have Middlesbrough. Oh, what a nice kit this is. It's one from Hummel. Hummel do have a mixed reputation with kits, but their home kit this season is quite nice. It's just red sleeves, and you've got small lines going down until we get into the badge, and then the 32 red sponsor on there in white as well. Just a nice red and white kit, in my opinion. For me, that's a B. Next up, we have Millwall's home kit, and I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this Macron one, but this navy one with white sleeves and new sponsor Husky Chocolate, I'm quite a fan of, to be honest. I do like the finished stripes as they get bigger on the sleeves as well. I think the new sponsor does fit in well, in my opinion. The only thing letting it down is the collar, but for me, I'm going to give that a C. We have my rival teams, Nottingham Forest. It is another one made by Macron. I don't really know what to make of this one. It just looks like a red top for me, with a Forest and a Macron and a sponsor on it. There's nothing really wrong with it, it just looks a bit boring to me. I'm going to give that a C as well. So we have Preston North End, and this actually just is a training top with a Preston North End badge and a sponsor on it. For me, that really does let it down. There's really no effort from Nike gone into this. If I wasn't Preston fan, I would not be happy with this Nike kit. I would be wanting a new kit manufacturer for my club. But for me, that's horrible. That's an F. Next up, we have Queen's Park Rangers, and they have gone for the collar this time. They've got the classic Queen's Park Rangers blue and white stripes. It's made by Area, this one is, with the sponsor being black, and to me, it just fits in alright. It just looks like a normal championship club. It just looks like a Queen's Park Rangers kit, and I do like this kit. I'm going to give that a C as well. And next up, we do have Reading's home kit. It's just blue and white stripes, made by Macron, with a sponsor just on one of the white stripes, and it has got red trimmings on the sleeve to add to the red of the Reading badge. For me, that's an alright kit. That's just a standard Reading kit in my opinion. I do not like the collar, the way the slit in the collar goes down though, so that does bring it down. For me, I'm just going to give that a C. Next up, we have Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not really a big fan of this kit in my opinion. Don't think it looks quite right for a football kit. I haven't really got much to say about it, so I just really don't like it. For me, that's an F. Next up, I think Stoke City have got this kit right. It is another one made by Macron, and the Bet365 sponsor has got like red outer glow on it, a red shadow around it. I don't really know what that is, just around the outside of it. But I think that really does up the kit a little bit. It's just red and white Stoke City stripes on this collar, on the sleeves as well, and it's just got a red collar as well. And I just like this kit, I do. I think it looks quite good for a Stoke City kit, and I think they've got it right this season. That's a bit. Next up, we have Swansea City, and their home kit I'm not really a fan of, to be honest. I know a lot of people are. It's meant to be a stylish one, but for me, I'm not really digging it. I don't really like the black collar. For me, that's it. So we have West Brom's kit, and I do quite like this kit. It's just a West Brom stripes and colours on the front of it, and then simple sleeves. This one is made by the Ideal Boilers sponsor, does fit in quite well. I think if that Ideal Boilers sponsor was on another kit, it wouldn't work quite as well. But with this West Bromwich Albion kit, I do like it on it. And for me, that's a solid kit. That's a B. And finally, we do have Wigan Athletic's kit, and I'm really not a fan of this. What have they been doing with the green? The green on the collar and the sleeves really doesn't fit in well. The sponsor's just big, round, and bold in that white, and I really don't like it. And this is an example of when the pinstripes do not work on a kit. I'm sorry, that's an F. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do subscribe, and if you do enjoy this video, please do leave a like. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one.